Okay, so you can see my screen here.
Hmm.
All right, so buyer disclosure, buyer rep agreement. Let's see. We get down here to the buyer inquiry templates.
Yeah, that's
So,
what my question is. Would it be possible to add an agency disclosure to that package?
okay, so if I go into buyer inquiry, and I'm just gonna type this in real quick and test it. So we'll get that, we'll save it. Uh, let's do a print preview and see if this one contains. One of them contains an agency disclosure. I just don't recall which one.
Oh, okay.
So just trying to figure that out. Yep, this one. Because here it
Oh,
is.
so
Disclosure
even though
regarding.
it doesn't say it, it's there.
Yep.
Okay, that's that. See, this has been. Thank you for persevering till you got your. You know, that was a big question,
And then it also has the buyer profile.
right? Which I have been using this because it's nice because it makes it easy for the buyer to fill it. I leave the little yellow holes and then the buyer can fill it out when he gets it. Because sometimes I don't have, either that or I'm sitting on the phone typing as he's giving me answers to the questions and they lose patience. And so do
Yeah.
I, even though I don't say so. Um,
All right. So that was and on my other screen, maybe I can fix this, but that was the buyer inquiry that does
oh,
the group, including
oh,
the
okay.
agency disclosure. So if
Okay.
you do just buyer confidentiality agreement, I think it's only going to give you
That
the
one.
confidentiality agreement. But if you do buyer inquiry, then it'll give you the combination.
Okay.
Okay. So let me see. I'm gonna make a note, Lori, to add a description in here so that on the buyer inquiry that it'll say, that it'll tell you that it's actually doing
Okay.
a combination of forms, all the forms that it creates. Okay,
That would
so
be that would be hugely helpful.
yeah, so buyer inquiry, I'll do that.
Okay.
We'll revise or add a description because really there's no description in there. So we'll add a description.
Because I actually have never used that because I always think, what's a buyer inquiry? I thought it was because buyer confidentiality agreement, that's a form. Buyer profile, that's a form. And
Right.
I've always thought buyer inquiry, how would the buyer get to this to inquire about anything? Anyway, I didn't open it up because I didn't know what it was. So,
Yeah, no worries. No worries. So the great thing about Legito is, first of all, you can play with it. You can create all kinds of test forms.
mhm.
Um, if I refresh this right now, it should come up with the buyer inquiry that I just all the only thing I added in here was my email address and then I saved it. So
Mhm.
there's no buyer information or anything else, but it created a form which I can go and edit, I can download. Um, or I can delete, right? So this was
Okay.
just a test thing that I don't need. I can go down here and I can say, okay, delete this. So any documents that you create, if you want to play with the system, test out the system, they're not going to stay in here forever. You have the ability to delete them anytime you
Oh, I
want.
see where it is. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. And so if you click, you can see in this is called a document record. Every document has a document record. Okay. And so that's separate from the document itself that gets created.
Hmm.
And so if you click on the down arrow here, it opens up. If you open this up,
Oh.
it'll give you certain key facts about that given document, depending on what kind
Oh.
of document it is. So like I have a
Yeah.
seller rep agreement and you don't have to click on the down arrow here. You can click anywhere in the white space.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Or on the name, the
Hmm.
document name. But when you do that, it opens up the document record and it'll give you additional information about that document.
Okay.
Now, it looks like here I have, so this was another test one where there's nothing, right? I have a seller rep agreement here for Sam's Sporting Goods. So if I open that up, it's going to tell me the business name is Sam's Sporting Goods, but the seller name is actually a corporation.
Right.
And the contact and the contact's phone number, the representation date,
Okay.
and the termination date.
Okay. Oh, that's
So it
great. Okay.
automatically shows you these things where you don't have to actually pull up, go into edit mode and open up the document itself to see it.
Great.